Okay, welcome to the first ever The Geek U Podcast live. You are at the pre-show right now. We are a couple of minutes away from going live with the full show. I'm going to allow a few people to come in but in doing so, in this pre-show, I have a special. Maybe if you've seen the Facebook post or not, Sin is back. Go ahead and talk to him, Sin.
About what?
About you being back. It's been months.
Yeah, I know.
Loads of months.
I've been working a lot.
I've been working a whole lot.
It's been between my actual job and then getting things set up for a game that I love and trying to create new abilities for this game, working on the game itself. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, been privy to the backstage version of that too, watching you guys kind of build this thing. So we'll definitely talk about that on the main show here in just the next 2 minutes. So make sure you share this feed on all your pages. Make sure you get all your friends in, because this is going to be a good time. We're going to talk a little about All In, the pay-per-view from the Young Bucks and the Bullet Club and Cody Rhodes. It's supposed to be a big deal, right? We set a bunch of records. So
they did give out some information.
Oh, we will.
Some little sneaks.
We'll definitely talk about that. We're going to talk about Deadpool 2. We're going to talk about Infinity Wars. Oh my Lord, it's going to be a lot. This is going to be just packed. Click. Well, Are you talking about a certain?
Yeah, I am.
A certain superstar that rhymes with BM Chunk.
Yeah,
rhymes. We'll definitely talk about that, because we are going live now. Oh, welcome to the very first Geek U Podcast live. I am your host, Freddie Fontana, back with the always popular, always controversial,
and always in high demand.
Sin, you heard his voice. Sin is here. Go ahead and talk, Sin. How you doing, bud?
I'm not bad.
Like I said, we did a little tired. We did a little pre-show, right? We're live on Facebook for the first time doing the show. It's usually always pre-recorded, but we thought, what the hell? Let's do it live. Let's see what we can do.
Hell, you wanted to go Twitch, but we couldn't figure that out.
Yeah,
so if anybody has any tips, help us out.
Yeah, the Twitch page. We got it live over there, too, at twitch.tv /Devore Jr. That will be changed. It will be to the Geek U Pod, but as of right now, it's Devore Jr. DEVOREJR. That'll get you to the Twitch page. Right now, I only have one video up there, and that's of Season 2, Episode 2, the one we did with Josh Hardy, which was a great episode. We had a lot of fun with that. Got a lot of good feedback off of that, too. So we went ahead and put that on there for the newer people to see and just kind of test out the Twitch. And our test didn't do too well because we don't know how to go live. But fuck it. We'll figure it out. We will be on Twitch, though. The episode will be up on Twitch later tonight. If you don't get a chance to either listen to the full live show, you can go back and listen to it later live on Twitch at all times. Right now, we're also going to go back to our original roots of SoundCloud. I went over to Podcast Addict, or I can't remember the name of the damn thing, but it just wasn't Podbeam. That's what it was. I went to Podbeam, and I just didn't enjoy Podbeam. It didn't link to the to iTunes and Google Play like it should. So we're going to go back to
bugs.
Yeah, Yeah, we're going to go back to Old Faithful. We're going to go back to SoundCloud, which is the easiest way to find us. That way it goes back on iTunes. We go back on Google Play. It's going to be fun. So anyway, you'll be able to find this show anywhere you find your podcast. Podcast Addict, which is a good one now that's showing a lot of people. But
what about Indie Roots? Are they doing anything?
Indie Roots right now, Indie Roots was supposed to be the spin-off, right, of the Geek U. And fuck it, I don't want to do that. So
really,
no, I like the Geek U the way it was. I was just trying different things. You know what I mean? The podcast world is definitely oversaturated, so to speak, with everybody and their brother has a fucking podcast. I mean, everybody has a podcast now. So we.
I didn't think it was all that quite popular.
Oh, podcasting is everywhere now, man. Obviously, you have all the wrestlers have their own, right? And then you have ones that have been established for so long that it's just, it's hard to get out there. So I was just trying different things, just trying to see what clicked. And the Geek U has always been the one that clicked. So I'm just going back to doing that. Not saying that Indie Roots is dead. Indie Roots is gonna live on in another life. We'll just figure. I'm going back to the drawing board with that one. So there's going to be a lot more like live video and stuff on that. And we were going to do some live video on this one too, but I just didn't know how our streams were going to go, and it was kind of last minute. I didn't really have anything planned, but the great Jason West, who's actually watching right now. I've been hitting him up to maybe do a little film work with us, little live shows that way. So I'm going to get with him and bounce off some ideas, and maybe some skits, maybe some funny shit, maybe I don't know yet. You know what I mean? Some live interviews, maybe some live music. Who knows, right? I don't know. Where this is, we'll get to that, eventually. But like I said, I kind of put him in a last minute. Hey, you want to do this? And he was right on board, but I just didn't have anything planned. So we're going to go back to, like I said, the Old Faithful. We're going to do it the old audio way, the way the podcast started out, right? And, so let's start out, man. We did our introductions, right? We said you're back, Sin's back, Fontana's back, right? It's been months. We've been foaming at the mouth saying, what are we? I miss talking. I don't know. Maybe I just miss hearing my own voice, which is, but I miss doing the show with you. When I was trying to do the show solo, it just wasn't as fun.
Never is.
It's never as fun. It's never as fun. But right off the bat, we're just going to jump right into it. Pro wrestling. If you've not been living under a rock, have you heard of All In? Have you heard of that, Sin?
Yeah, but I got a question before we get into that.
Oh, yeah?
What's up with your Pokemon backpack?
The Pokemon backpack? Oh, they had all my gear in? This is actually my 5-year-old's school bag. So...
When it was laying on the floor, it looks like this part right here was like 3D. I don't know why. I know I'm not high.
But that's
I don't do that. Drugs are bad, okay?
Drugs are bad. Okay, don't do drugs. But anyway, like I said, All In... It's coming up very soon. It's coming up at the end of summer. I believe it's Labor Day weekend, which is a great weekend for holiday goers, right? But it's a busy weekend too, right? Because it's basically the last weekend in summer, and barbecues and trying to fit in a last minute day at the lake, and it's just going to be. It's just going to be hard to do, but so they came out, and I'm going to do a little backstory of what actually happened. And this is coming from the Wikipedia page for All In, okay? Now, I know Wikipedia, right? It's kind of like kissing your stepsister, but here we go, okay? In May of 2017, that'd be last May, right? A fan asked the Wrestling Observer newsletter journalist Dave Meltzer, right? Everybody knows Meltzer. On Twitter, if Ring of Honor could sell 10,000 tickets, and Meltzer responded, "Not at any time soon," right? So, Cody Rhodes took that as a challenge. Because right now, nobody has ever sold 10,000 seats but WWE in the past 20-some years. Right? So they're saying, no way. No way could it be done. Right? Some people, like Jim Cornette, said it could be done if they got, like, Bryan Danielson, but we know now that Daniel Bryan is signed back with WWE.
Because they're allowing him to compete.
Because they're allowing him to wrestle, right? Because they knew that if they didn't let him wrestle...
He told them.
He was going to All In. Okay? And they also said that if they could get a certain Chicago native, since the show's going to be in Chicago, CM Punk, if they could get CM
Best
Punk...
in the world.
They wanted CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. It still hasn't been said whether or not that might happen, but we know CM Punk was there. He was at the press conference, right?
He was in the backstage.
Yeah, so they said if he could get CM Punk on this show, they'll sell 10,000 tickets. Well, they never announced anybody on the card except for Stephen Amell, who we all know plays Arrow, right? And I love Stephen Amell, and I love Arrow. And he's going to be there, right? We've seen him wrestle with Cody Rhodes before. They wrestled at SummerSlam, if you remember.
I remember that.
Yeah. So that, Stephen Amell loves wrestling. He's close with Cody Rhodes, so it was just a given for him to be there. Obviously, the Young Bucks and Marty Scurll and, like I said, Cody Rhodes and, Kenny Omega and, the Bullet Club members, they're all going to be there, okay? And they haven't really announced anything else, like, for the show, so to speak, right? So, with that being said, the tickets went on sale, I believe, last week. And in a matter of 30 minutes, they sold all 10,000 seats in 30 minutes' time. That is a record, okay?
I don't even think WWE's done that.
They haven't sold out. Mania used to sell out in 30 seconds. It used to be, boom, Mania was sold out, right?
Right.
Now it takes, there's seats for Mania all the way up until Mania, right?
And then sometimes even after.
And after, right? So now, that's the hard part, right? So you're thinking, all right, that's fine.
I mean, when you got Roman Reigns, I love Roman, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when you got Roman Reigns main eventing, 3 or 4 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, it gets dead, right? So that's why All In's going, we have a chance here, right? We have a chance to make this special. And they're going to. They're pulling out all stops. They got a podcasting, fan fest going on before the show. The Podfather, they call him, from Something to Wrestle With. I just spaced on his name. All the diehard fans are like, "You're a fucking idiot." It's doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's from Something to Wrestle With, and he's going to be the runner of this show. So All In's now, it's happening, right? The tickets are sold. Now, to be honest, there was a lot of scalpers that came in and bought a lot of those tickets. Okay? So you could still go onto StubHub or Cheap Seats or whatever the hell the name of those sites are that you can go find tickets from.
Yeah, they're just going to be twice as expensive.
They're twice as much, but people are still buying them. There's nothing wrong with scalping. It's not illegal, right? So to be honest, no, scalping's not illegal. Not there anyway. Some places you're not allowed to, but anyway, it's not illegal to buy tickets and then sell them. You can't necessarily, they don't want you buying the tickets and then standing out in front of the ticket booth and selling them.
Right.
But you could buy those tickets and turn around and sell those on the internet all day, every day. Okay? And that's what they did. So, but to be honest, right, does it diminish the fact that those tickets sold as fast as they did?
No. Absolutely
not. 30 minutes is fucking unheard of. That is just insane to me. So to think that...
Especially from an indie show.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Granted,
It's just
a lot of these people are from the top place at one point in time.
Yeah, you got Cody from WWE, right? You got the Young Bucks who've been everywhere, right? You got they're going to be bringing in a lot of New Japan stars like Kenny Omega, right? And hopefully they're going to bring in some
Kenny's
others.
amazing.
Yeah. So, so anyways, All In is it's starting to tear up, right? And I'm pretty excited about it. Now, the only thing that got announced, they did announce one match. And that was because Billy Corgan was there. And I'm going to go off on a shoot interview on Billy Corgan here in just a minute.
Oh, shit.
Billy Corgan and the NWA,
all right,
okay, announced that their champion, Nick Aldis,
all right,
used to wrestle as Magnus in Total Impact Wrestling. He's also the husband of Mickie James, okay? He is the NWA champion. He's going to fight Cody for the NWA title at All In. Now, with that being said, fuck the NWA and fuck Billy Corgan, okay? Smashing Pumpkins fucking sucked anyway, and now this jabroni is going to come into the wrestling business where he's failed already in TNA. He's going to buy a company that's been dead for fucking 20-some years. The National Wrestling Alliance hasn't meant shit since fucking Shane Douglas threw the belt down all those years ago and proclaimed himself the ECW champion. Okay? That said, we have a guy in the Midwest by the name of Undeniable Nick Cutler. He is by far one of the best independent talents in the fucking country. Not just the Midwest, but the country. He looks the part, he dresses the part, he wrestles the part. He is the real fucking deal, okay? Now, he went out just to have a joke and buys an NWA replica championship belt, right? 100% legal. I go on WWE Shop right now and buy any belt I fucking want, right?
Yeah.
He would then go on the internet and he started calling himself the real NWA's People's Champion. Okay? Calling out Nick Aldis, saying, come fight me. I want a shot at the belt. Come fight me. Okay? To me, that's just trying to get your spot, right? You were told in the professional wrestling world at one point in time that go out and get your bookings. Don't hope somebody books you. Make them book you, correct?
Right.
Right?
You're supposed to end up selling yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And all he was doing was giving them some, I hadn't heard any NWA news until Nick started doing his shit, right? All of a sudden, Nick gets a cease and desist order saying, you can't call yourself that. Don't have any of our likenesses in your videos. Okay? So then he stopped, and he would go around, and he had another shirt called, where it looked like he was part of the NWA. Not the National Wrestling Alliance, but the band, right? Ice Cube, right? Eazy-E, DOC, right? Dr. Dre, NWA, okay? They sue him for copyright infringement of their logo. Sorry, NWA, not your fucking logo. I'm hot. I'm burnt up about this. Not only is Nick out there, he's got a new kid, right? He's supporting his family, doing the thing he loves to do, and that's pro wrestling. And this company's turning around trying to fuck him in his ass for what? For what is that going to do to them, huh? What, this guy's walking around with a fake NWA belt, and you're telling me right now that that's going to affect your business?
All that could do for them is make them more money.
All it could do is make them more money. But instead, they want to sue Nick Cutler. Well, NWA, listen here, you pieces of fucking shit, okay? I will never, ever pay a ticket to see any of your fucking shows. And I'm ashamed that they're even putting the NWA title on this All In show because it doesn't fucking deserve to be there because it doesn't exist. You were a bona fide independent company. Show up to this independent wrestling show like you're supposed to and quit trying to act like you're bigger than you are because you're not and you're never going to fucking be that big again. Give it up. You're not going to have Flair ever again. You're not going to have Tully Blanchard.
That was really the only time I ever heard of them was when they had Flair.
It's done. The territory days are done, and I'm sorry to say it because I'm a fan of old school wrestling. I miss the territory days, and I feel like right now with the way independent wrestling's going, it kind of feels that way again. Like the independent, like the territories are kind of coming back. Right?
It feels like it,
but it's still not that way. You're an independent company, right? You're putting your name out there like you're somebody, like you're somebody. You're not anybody, okay? The National Wrestling Alliance hasn't been around in years, like I said, right? And they're never going to be relevant again. And if they keep pulling this shit, nobody's going to fucking wrestle for them. You know what I mean? This is getting holy. Who's Flair? Cameron who is Ric Flair? Woo! Who's Ric Flair? Cam. He's only the greatest world champion to ever live.
That's arguable.
Anyway, that's my rant on the NWA. Sorry for going off on a tangent there, but damn it, does that got me hot. Nick Culler's a good guy, man, and they're just fucking making him hate the pro wrestling business because they're dicking him like this
Did
for no
Cutler
reason.
ever wrestle in Heroes and Legends?
Yeah, he wrestles all the time in Heroes and Legends.
Didn't we have him on the show at one point in time?
Probably, yeah. I'd imagine. I mean, I talk to Nick all the time.
I think
right?
it was at Heroes and Legends 8, right?
He might have came over. Yeah, he was there. Definitely at the last show he wrestled James Ellsworth. It's great this weekend right now, especially since you're on here watching live. Cam's on here talking. He was a Hulkamaniac. Okay, that's totally fine being a Hulkamaniac. I was a Hulkamaniac.
So was I.
I said my prayers. I took my vitamins.
I didn't do that.
I started pumping steroids at 11 years old. I was ready to rock. No, I joke. Hogan is great, and I wish they'd bring him back. I understand he's got some heat.
Got a lot of controversy.
Got a lot of heat, a lot of controversy, but I wish the Hulkamaniacs would live again. So, anyway, like I said, I'm off on that soapbox tangent. I was talking about just seeing that NWA thing on that card just set me off. I'm hot. I'm telling you, brother, I'm hot. So anyway, Nick, if you're watching,
take away from him though.
Yeah, if you're watching it, show Nick, I love you, brother, and I got you back to the end, always and forever. So, anyway, that's pretty much all that we have so far. Tickets went on sale on the 13th, right? So they were sold out in 30 minutes, dude. I mean, what else could you say? You know,
I know. I was at work. I wanted to get one.
You know, and so I'm hoping that they at least, by seeing this, they at least see, I don't know, maybe put it on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? If they could put it on pay-per-view, I'll watch it. I'll pay $20-$30.
Even if they don't put it on pay-per-view, like, if they at least make a DVD.
Oh, there'll be a DVD. Yeah,
well,
but I kind of want to watch it live, you know?
I'd love to watch it live, but at the same time, that's a lot of money, pay-per-view.
Well, yeah, but, you know, if they give me, you know, not really. They could do it for cheap. I mean, Cody, they're already making their money back. I could see them doing pay-per-view, though. I could see it definitely happening. But like I said, that was Cody Rhodes. That was it. That was the All In. You got anything else you want to add about All In? I know you're the big CM Punk mark. You think it's going to happen?
You know I'm a CM Punk fan. Always.
You think it's going to happen?
Well, they did see him backstage. So, I mean, it could, especially because him and Cody are friends, and, you know, that's never really changed. Even though him and Colt Cabana's friendship changed at one point in time, maybe it's still changed. I don't know.
Nah, they're
I
close.
think they made
that court
amends.
case. Yeah, that court case has them all pretty stressed out.
Yeah, but I know that him and Cody's never been like at each other's throat. So
no, he doesn't hate Cody Rhodes. He doesn't hate Ryback, even though he talks shit about it. You know what I mean?
I know Ryback doesn't like him.
Yeah. Well, because of what he said on that podcast about him. So anyway, that's All In. That's All In of All In. And did you hear the other news coming out of the pro wrestling world?
Which one?
We are getting SmackDown has been bought by Fox.
Oh yeah, $1 billion
for $1 billion. You heard that right, with
contract.
a B. With a B. Billion.
It's a 5-year contract, I believe.
We're going to set you off. On the comments section live, Nikki Paget says CM Punk is a has-been. LOL.
A has-been?
A has-been. Is he a has-been or is he a never was?
Well, I don't know, but here's the thing. If he's such a has-been, do you think that those tickets would have sold out if there wasn't any kind of rumor about Punk?
I think so. I think they were going to sell it in 30 minutes regardless.
No. Not as quick.
Anyway, Fox...
Even to this day, you still hear the WWE fans on TV chanting CM Punk.
Cameron has a good question right here. Cameron does. Who would win in a fight? CM Punk or Punk/hardcore legend Henry Rollins?
CM Punk.
Is going to beat up Henry Rollins?
Yeah.
Henry Rollins was around during the hardcore ages with like Black Flag and all. They had to like beat people's asses just to get off stage. And Punk lost in 13 seconds.
To an MMA fighter. And it wasn't 13 seconds. It was the first round though, but...
Like
and in 3 weeks, he's got another fight with Mike.
Yeah, he's going to lose in 18 seconds.
Oh, at least he improved.
Anyway, Fox SmackDown, $1 billion. Is it worth it? Is Fox going to make their money back off of SmackDown?
It's like $205 million a year since it's a 5-year contract. It's a little over $1 billion, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that they'll make their money back and some.
And they said they want it live, so they're going to move it to Friday nights. So SmackDown's going back to Fridays. Now, traditionally, over the past 15 years or so, right, of SmackDown, Vince chooses to record on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
But now with it going to Fox, Fox wants it live. They say it's not worth a penny without it being live. So they want it live, and they want it on Friday nights. So now Vince is going to have to switch his way of doing things around, right? Because you got Monday night, right? He's going to keep doing Monday Night Raw. It's not going to change days, right? So
Monday is the flagship.
What do you do with 205 Live now? Does 205 Live get its own show? Do they cancel it? Does 205 Live move to Fridays? You know what I mean? There's so many different questions now, right? And with NXT being, I don't know. What happens to Tuesday?
They could just make it network exclusive.
Well, it is network exclusive now, but now I guess it's on Hulu too. But
yeah.
But you look at it though, it's not really recorded, but it happens after SmackDown.
Right, like right after.
Yeah. So now how do they do it now? Do they do like say like a SmackDown house show? But then 205 looks stupid, right? Because it doesn't have all the flash and stuff that the normal show has. Is it time to cancel it? Do you bring 205 Live to like Raw or SmackDown and just have it as its own division again and not just its own show? Like I don't know what you do here. That's but it's $1 billion, and I'm sure Vince is willing to scrap a show for $1 billion. But he's got a lot of money wrapped up in 205 right now, and he's got a lot of good talent over there.
He does.
You got a lot of good talent in 205 Live. I just don't know.
I don't think that he's using it effectively, but
yeah,
he does have a lot of talent.
No. And Triple H, I guess Triple H has taken over the book, and people said it's gotten better.
It hasn't, because I stopped watching after the first 2 months.
I can't watch it, man. It's something about and I love cruiserweights, but like I'm watching dudes do flips already.
Yeah, that's in the heavyweights.
SmackDowns. How many times does Kevin Owens do a tope suicida like in one match, and then super kick, and then backflip, and then cannonball, and I mean, these guys are already doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so now all you're showing me is somebody that's tinier.
Okay, so hold on, how do I put this? Okay, you know who John Morrison is, yeah?
Absolutely.
Johnny Nitro.
Yep, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Impact, Johnny, what's he in Lucha Underground? Johnny Mundo.
They need to get him. Their biggest mistake was ever releasing him
or
making him go on that losing streak.
They'll never get him back, dude. He's too popular. He's going to start wrestling for Blackcraft Wrestling right now. He's wrestling for Lucha Underground. He's wrestling for Impact Wrestling.
Think about all the things that he do.
He's wrestling in
defying
AAA.
Gravity the way he does.
The only way they're going to get him is if they pay him, and they're not willing to pay John Morrison. I'm not saying I love John.
Shame.
I love John Morrison. I think he's great. I feel like his acting movies. Don't watch Boone the Bounty Hunter, by the way. But I feel like his acting isn't very good. But he's great in Glow on Netflix. But anyway, he's great. But they'll have to pay him to get him back. But I understand he's a high flyer again. But even then, right? You got Jeff Hardy now. He's on the main roster, right?
Jeff's old though. He doesn't do as much high flying as he used to.
Nah, Swanton and a whisper in the wind I get it.
Swanton, he's even admitted on a podcast himself with Christian and Edge that he no longer looks out for the person that's on the receiving end.
Yeah. Jason West says Blackcraft is owned by Doug Bradley from Hellraiser franchise. I didn't know that. Thanks for that. I know Matt Light, comedian Matt Light, he has something to do with it. Few of my buddies are, they're going to start wrestling there. G Raver's wrestling there. They brought in Joe Stockade. He's going to be there. I don't know if they're going to go like death matchy, but they got a few death matchy guys there. So Blackcraft should be good. But thanks for letting me know that, Jason. I didn't know Doug Bradley had anything to do with that. That's awesome.
Me either.
Yeah, it's right out of Pennsylvania, so yeah, it should be good. I'm ready. They got a pay-per-view, and actually, I'll give them some props right now. Let's hook up the old intranet here, and let's see what happens. I know they got a show coming up real soon. Anyway, dead air. Keep talking. Don't let there be dead air.
My bad.
I'm over here looking stuff up. Give me a minute.
Did you hear about Wade? What was his name? Yeah, I know it's Wade. It starts with the Barrett. There we go.
Wade Barrett. What about Wade Barrett?
Well, I was watching some indie stuff on YouTube the other day. I kept seeing a promotion for Defiant. Do you know anything about that?
About Defiant? No, nothing.
Neither do I. But it looked good, and the talent that he had I'd never seen before, but they definitely looked the part.
Yeah. I can't find the show here, but it's definitely in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Jason West, it'd be awesome if Wrestling for Warriors would come out to Pittsburgh. I think they'd do great out there. Anyway, I think it's in August, if I'm not mistaken, but I this ain't popping up here, so that was on there actually.
I've never heard of Blackcraft.
Yeah, it was. I heard of Blackcraft whiskey, and I thought that's had something to do with it. But like he said, it's Doug Bradley, but as you can see, they got like the pentagram, and it's kind of like
like a satanic type thing.
Yeah, kind of, but like that's their shirt.
Because it's not the pentagram; it's the upside down pentagram.
Yeah, definitely satanic, but it's more like cult stuff. You know what I mean? But
right.
like just trying to say
look right there. They got the whole horned man.
Yeah, their website's really cool. If you go to blackcraftcult.com, they got some great shit there, man. They got like all kinds of like
furniture and stuff
and clothes. Well, I think that's what they are at first. I think they're like a clothing company that's now going to do wrestling. See,
I'm definitely gonna have to check this out.
Yeah, so it's just their clothing line, I guess. It doesn't have the show. Anyway, on a future show, I will have Blackcraft Wrestling's actual wrestling date, whatever the show is. I believe it's in August, and it's supposed to be on internet pay-per-view, which is going to be really, really cool. So, not a lot of people are really doing those anymore.
Chris himself has been talking about getting some shows in Nashville, Pittsburgh, and Philly.
New
and
Jersey.
New Jersey.
That's from Wrestling for Warriors, man. They're pretty awesome too. And like I said, I just did that show. It's been a few months back now. Well, a month back or so. I can't. It's been everything just runs together. But it was a great show, man. They did. They teamed up with House of Hardcore with Tommy Dreamer, and they raised some money for the Camp Red Cedar, which in Fort Wayne, Indiana, is a camp for kids with disabilities. And so several kids are going to get to go to camp for free this year, which is absolutely awesome. And the show went off great. It was a great show.
Who all was there?
Oh, Tommy Dreamer, Angelina Love, Paradise, Crimson, and Jason, Jack Stain.
Well,
Jack Stain.
The
hardcore legend himself, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
And the first thing that comes to mind when you speak hardcore is Hardcore Holly to me.
And Hardcore Holly was there too. Who else was all? Al Snow, Kevin Thorne. Oh man, I don't want to miss anybody. It was a great show. It was great. Moose from Eddie Edwards and Sammy Callahan had a great street fight that was shown on Pop TV. Moose and Congo Kong, both from Impact Wrestling.
Congo.
That match was great. Wrestling for Warriors was a lot of fun, man. Came right off the heels of Heroes and Legends 10. And we had a great Heroes and Legends 10. And we're moving stream forward to Heroes and Legends 11, baby, coming up in October. So
I think I'm going to have to be there for that one.
11's going to be great. Well, they've already announced a bunch of people. You have Kevin Nash. You have... why do I keep doing this when I have the internet right at my...
Disposal?
Right at my disposal here, where you can actually... look that shit up, right? Heroes and Legends Wrestling.com is what the website. If y'all are trying to follow along at home. As you said, Wrestling for Warriors is definitely in need of sponsors. Go ahead and tag. I'll do it too later, Jason, if you're not listening. We'll definitely try to get some people out there.
You know what? I have a few family members that own their own businesses, and they're pretty big, actually.
Yeah.
So
get them up with.
I'll talk to them.
My buddy Chris Holt, because the more money that Wrestling for Warriors brings, it's a nonprofit, by the way. So none of this money is going into the pockets of Wrestling for Warriors or Christopher Holt. None of it. In fact, Chris is putting his own money into the company as well. Okay, that way
He's
comes
a good
off.
guy.
Chris Holt's just a great guy, man. I had him on the show. The very first episode of the Indie Roots was Chris Holt. So, anyway, we're definitely give money to Wrestling for Warriors any chance you get, any amount you can give. Everything helps because I've seen the smiles on these kids' faces, and they don't normally get to smile.
It makes the work that you put into it that much worth
it. It was so worth it, man. It was so worth it, bro. So worth it. Just the spot, it was amazing. You have people coming up just high-fiving you, just having so much fun, and they believe in the sport of pro wrestling again. Something that I've loved my entire life. They show just as much love for it, and they're so appreciative for everything they've gotten. And everybody that showed up, they went to the hospital. They took pictures of the hospital with the kids that couldn't even make it to the show. They brought these kids that could make it to the show free of charge. Didn't cost them anything. They got to meet all these wrestlers. They got to, just a great time. So definitely, Wrestling for Warriors is where it's at. And if you pay attention to the website, to the Facebook page, you will see Wrestling for Warriors. I'll show you. I'll give them a link to the actual website where you can donate. So anyway, like I was saying, we're headlining into Heroes and Legends 11, October 27th at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. Right, Saturday, Big Saturday. It's always Saturday.
You got Kevin Nash. You got Swaggle.
You got You got the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh yeah.
You got Falaba from Impact Wrestling. He's pretty fun. He kind of reminds you a little bit of Yokozuna. Now, this is something that people are upset about. Some of them are. Doink the Clown's going to be there.
Okay, why is that upsetting?
Because Matt Bourne is dead, and everybody thinks that since Matt Bourne is dead that there's no more Doink the Clown. This isn't the Doink the Clown that you would see at your Golden Corral outdoor show, backyard wrestling event, okay? Rey Apollo was an official WWE superstar as Doink the Clown. Several people have worn the makeup. Rey Apollo has worn it as well. He's the one that's going to be doing this show, okay? But he's bringing with him Dink. Everybody loves Dink. I said Dink. Not a bad word. D-I-N-K, right? Dink the Clown. So, Dink's like 3 foot tall, so it's going to be funny. I hope he gets to face Hornswoggle for the Minis Championship. Who knows?
How did Swoggle get that belt back?
I don't know how that worked out. Eli McFly had it for a while.
Yeah, it was the McFly title.
It was the McFly Championship. So anyway, Teddy Long, holla, holla, holla playa, right? He's going to be there. The son of the great Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be there. This kid is ripping up the independent circuit right now, just ripping it up. He's doing really well. And something that's got me just jacked. I'm a huge Jim Cornette mark, and Jim Cornette's going to be there. Live Q&A, hopefully. That's not been all worked out yet, but hopefully that happens. And Jason Maples, if you're listening, bud, let me moderate that panel. I'll do it great. But that's what you got so far. And obviously, your normals, right?
Any meet and greets?
Everything's meet and greet. It's the way Heroes and Legends works, right? So you got your Fan Fest. Those are all your platinum guys. It's everybody so far. There's more and more and more to be announced. Obviously, all their champions will be there. Congo Kong being their world champion, right? You got Sugar Dunkerton being their cruiserweight champion. You got Legend. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Dairy as their tag team. I love those guys. Anyway, Swoggle obviously is their Minis champion again. And the great hardcore Heather Owens, who's got herself, she's got her own podcast. It's the Best Friends podcast. You should look that up. It's a lot of fun. But she's the women's champion.
So Mickey Knuckles?
No, Mickey Knuckles hasn't been back in a while. But that's it. That's that. They got plenty of shows coming up. They're going to go on tour this summer or this this fall. I guess starts in August at the Van Wert County Fair. Then they're going to go to South Bend, and then they're going to go to Converse. They got some cool shit just lined up all the way into October, where they wind up at the Coliseum. So there's plenty of chances to catch Heroes and Legends this fall.
What about the man himself? Is Drew Skills going to be there?
Drew Skills is going to be on all those cards because Drew Skills is the fucking man. You can't have a Heroes and Legends without the Don himself, Drew Skills. I just bought Drew's new shirt too, by the way. So you should probably hit him up and get one of those. I think it's like $30. Great shirt. Great quality too.
Drew Skills pays the bills.
Drew Skills has the skills that pays the bills. So that's pretty much that, right? We talked SmackDown, $1 billion. That's pretty fucking insane, regardless of how you look at it, right? We got All In coming up. That's going to be insane, right? We got Heroes and Legends we talked about. We got the great Wrestling for Warriors, which there'll be plenty more talking about on Wrestling for Warriors as we get closer to their next shows. And like I said, even then before that, if you feel like you got the money to spare, give them a couple bucks, you know what I mean? Just, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't got it. Don't feel obligated. But if you got the extra, man, just toss it towards Heroes, or toss it towards Wrestling for Warriors. They're doing some great work with these kids, man, and I can't wait for more. I'm going to be a Wrestling for Warriors fan till the day I die. So, you right?
They're doing it for all the right reasons.
Absolutely. And that pretty much is all the news we have in pro wrestling, really. Not so much going on. What we got here from Cam again. If you have a second to break from wrestling, how are you feeling about your Rhinestone Cowboys this year? Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'll talk about the Cowboys.
He's wearing the hat. I'll tell
I got
you
the
that.
hat on right now. I'm always rocking the Cowboys. All right, always and forever. We got the greatest quarterback in the game, Dak Prescott. Right, he's going to rule ass this year. Right, Big Zeke's coming to eat. Look out for another breakout year from Zeke. He's got all of his court cases. He can focus on football. He's going to run for Abuku yards, okay? But then the great Jason Witten, right? We love our Jason Witten. He had to retire, right? It was time. I feel bad because Jason didn't get a ring, and this is the year that we're going to get the ring. He probably should have stuck around one more year. He got that ring, but because it's happening this year. And then we got rid of that fucking Dax X in the air. Not Dax, but Des Bryant, right? X in the air. Trash. He's gone. Nobody wants him. We don't need him. We got cap room. Just wait. It's going to be a great year, Cam. And they're definitely going to get that 6th ring. So just pay attention.
I don't think so.
I know. You're a Steelers fan, and Pittsburgh's already got their 6. We're going to tie you, buddy. We're coming up this year. 6 rings. Bet on the Cowboys.
Neither one of you guys are going to win this year.
Bet on the Cowboys. Who's winning? Not the fucking Bears. Are you fucking...
They aren't going to win? No, that is my team.
What do you think, Cam, on there? What about the Bears? You, sir, are tripping. I ain't tripping. It's going to happen, bud. It's going to happen. With that said, though, I think that's all the wrestling news, man. There's nothing going on, I think, in wrestling world. We hit the big topics, right? All in the SmackDown thing. There's really nothing else going on of any sort of. I guess a new Shield DVD's coming out, but we're done with that.
So time to get into the spoilers.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how many people's watched it yet. But we're going to do some. The Bears are doo-doo. See? That's what I'm talking about. The Bears are shit.
We know.
Not the shit. Pure shit. That's what they are.
Well, right now, yeah.
They're shit.
But they're still my team.
That's good, though. That's good. Some people like to switch teams.
Nope.
Some people like
I'm
to
not a
switch teams.
bandwagon hopper.
I'm riding the Cowboys train all the way to that 6th ring, baby. Anyway, Cam, we're going to have to get you back on the show, bud, like we did before, and right before football season, and do some more football talk, because that was great that time. So we'll get some beers, right? Beers on me. So anyway, if you haven't heard, or if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to talk first Avengers Infinity Wars, because it came out before.
It was shit.
We're going to talk it. So if you haven't watched it yet, and you're afraid of spoilers already, if you're watching it like on demand, you can fast forward. But if not, I guess mute your speaker for a while, because we're going to talk about Infinity Wars. So Marvel came out hot this year, right? We had Black Panther, which did very well.
Very well. A lot of racism in that movie, though.
Well, yeah, maybe. I liked Black Panther. I thought it was good. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't the be-all, end-all like a lot of people said this year. It was great. It had a good story. Great. I loved Killmonger, right? I thought that was a great character. I didn't know a lot about the Black Panther, so I was cool with that, right? But Marvel came out swinging with Black Panther, right? And then took us head first into Infinity Wars. What'd you think? You already said it.
So many plot holes. It sucked. It really
Okay,
sucked.
now are you mad because of the plot holes because they're going to do another movie next year?
No. They could have saved the whole thing by going back. Okay, Strange had the time stone. He could have went back in time with the people that he needed to be there.
Yeah.
Like such as Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Had those giants, which that's kind of funny, having the midget play the giant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Peter Dinklage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having them make the axe that he has now, right?
Yeah.
and then waiting on Thanos to come. Once Thanos came to make them make the gauntlet before slaughtering them or all that, yeah,
Stop it all.
Yeah, he could have stopped it all
Now,
right away.
Who says that? Who says that they're not stuck in a time loop right now?
That's the theory.
Because we are getting a spoiler alert. By the way, we already said that we're going to do some spoilers, so be careful. Don't just be careful. So everybody's dead,
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
guys.
Everybody's got
I wish I could show you my my meme, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And Star-Lord fucked it up for everybody.
He did.
And
He just had to punch him in the face to help him with the glove.
yeah, like I left the theater pretty upset. At first, I've had time to digest Infinity Wars. We are not used to the bad guy being so unstoppable. Okay, we're just not used to it.
Hi, Eric.
Hey,
You walked in
it's
on
Mr.
spoilers.
Yeah, we're on the spoilers now. You're in here. We're talking Infinity Wars. Pretty sure he's seen it though.
Okay.
So, like, we haven't got used to a bad guy being so unstoppable. Like, and Thanos, just going into it, we had a feeling that Thanos was going to be a bad motherfucker.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is in the comics.
So, and then we knew somehow, some way, he was going to get all the Infinity Stones. There's just no way. He's not going to have the gauntlet without him. You know what I mean? But when the end came, and he snapped his fingers, was that not some of the most heartbreaking... I don't know how long
It was
lasted,
emotional.
15, 20 minutes worth of people disappearing?
Yeah, it was emotional.
The worst being Spidey.
No, I gotta end up saying something before we even get to this part. Alright, so the gauntlet. Do you even know why it was made?
I don't know the story of the gauntlet.
The gauntlet was made because
I think they talked about it in Thor, didn't they?
I don't remember, but I know in the comics why it was made.
Yeah.
It was because it was made for those who cannot use the power of the Infinity Stone. If you watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you die if you touch it, and you're not part of a Celestial.
Yeah.
So, when Thanos touched it, since he needs the gauntlet to use it,
Yeah.
why didn't he die? He didn't ever really need the gauntlet if he can touch it.
So another plot hole.
Yeah, there's another plot hole.
Okay. Nikki Paget said the worst death was Groot. Death was Groot. Second was Spider-Man.
No. Spidey, definitely.
Well, because you're like, I don't feel good, Mr. Stark, or whatever it was. Like, you're just like, come on, he's just a kid. You know? But having to watch Groot die twice was pretty painful.
Yeah.
Because, you know. Rocket having to watch him die twice.
Yeah, and that's the third Guardians of the Galaxy. Only Rocket's there.
Just Rocket by himself. So, but anyway, we won't have to wait long because we're getting it in 2019. So we'll get it before the next Spider-Man comes out. We'll get it before the next Guardians comes out. So somehow everything's going to get reset. I don't know how, but you know, I think we'll still lose a few. I mean, look at Loki's dead. I mean, there's no if it's he died before anything happened. But they did go back and
They could go back.
Yeah. What about that scene? I mean, that's right off the bat, dude, where Loki kind of turns his back, almost
Hulk
turns his
getting
back,
his
but
ass
still
beat.
but winds up taking death to protect his brother in the end, which is still pretty awesome. But overall, so you hated it. What do you give it?
I didn't
Out of
hate
5
it.
stars. It was fucking long. It was like almost 3 hours long. So
Yeah, it's 2.5. I didn't hate it, but there was a lot of plot holes. I love the CGI. It was really smooth. I honestly would probably give it a 3.
A 3 out of 5. That's respectful. I mean, 3 out of 5. That's not like saying you wouldn't watch it again. It's just saying that there were some things about it you just didn't really care for.
Right.
I could be okay with that. I left pissed. I sat there that whole... And even the end. You know, I don't know if you stayed for the end. Did you stay all the way through the end?
Mm.
When you see Nick Fury disappear at the last time, he's like,
yeah.
like he disappears.
The shield.
Yeah, do you know what he dropped?
No, I don't know what that was.
That's Captain Marvel, man. That's the chick, man. That's Captain Marvel, bro.
I thought Captain Marvel was a dude.
No, Captain Marvel's a girl.
Is it? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, and she's badass too. So like, that's who he's calling for. He was calling for her. So that was like his last ditch effort, was to get like Captain Marvel. Oh, I didn't know that. Nikki read into it, goes, Groot looked at Rocket, and his last "I am Groot" meant father. You know, some people have realized. I don't know how to dissect. Like, I know there's a language for Groot. Like I know he says "I am Groot," or Groot. Everything he says has a meaning, though. Like the way he says it.
Yeah, it's a context. More so the body language.
I didn't know that, though. Look at that, Nikki dropping some knowledge on the show from far away. So I would give it. After digesting, when I left the theater, I gave it a 2 because I was mad. I'm gonna go. That thing's going up. It's going to 4. It's 4 out of 5, and the reason I'm going 4 out of 5 is they told a story, the story they wanted to tell. The lineup was insane, obviously. There was just so many people that you couldn't obviously get all of them in at once, right? I mean, but missing Ant-Man and Hawkeye, that sucked. I thought they needed to be there. But Ant-Man's not there now for a reason, because his movie's coming out before Avengers 2, so... Or Avengers Infinity Wars Part 2. So,
they could have made it to where he was one of the ones that
Nikki
survived.
said their vocal cords froze up in the comics, and that's all their race was able to say. So that makes sense. But I would give it...
How do you feel about the original Avengers being the ones to survive?
Like who? Like Cap?
Captain, Tony.
Didn't Captain fall?
No.
Thor's
Black
gone.
Widow. No, Thor's still there.
So it was the originals that were only left.
Yeah.
All the new guys left. That kind of makes sense then, because it'd be like, now they have to, now they even lost more people, right? So it's like, they brought all these guys in to help, and they lost them.
You got Banner. I mean, we can't really call him Hulk because he refuses to come out.
No! Like, wasn't that was the coolest scene to me, was knowing that it only took one time for Hawk to fight Thanos to realize, fuck that. I'm done. And he wouldn't come back out. He hit him so hard that Hawk said, nighty night, and left Banner's body. Like, he was like, no! Like,
get out here.
No! That was good shit. I said, they told the story they wanted. The lineup was great. The acting was awesome. Josh Brolin as Thanos was fucking amazing. It was...
I don't understand why
he looked like Thanos, though. It didn't look like goddamn Apocalypse did.
Right.
You know, which pissed me off. So, I was okay with Josh Brolin.
Tell me something real quick. Why were you so upset at the end of the movie? Like,
because everybody died.
Yeah, so?
Everybody I liked died.
So?
It was just rough.
You knew Thanos is... Basically, he is the equivalent to Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You knew he was you knew he was the badass. Before he even had the Infinity Stones.
I don't know. Maybe it's because we've been so predestined in Marvel movies for the jokes and the...
And for the the good guys to win.
And then to watch that at the end and just watch everybody start disappearing and just freaking out, like not know, like they didn't. They
I don't
lost.
think Thanos is a bad guy.
He told him at the beginning they were going to lose. You remember at the beginning, he's like, it's kind of commendable that you keep fighting, even though you know you're lost. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Going back, I love it. I'm going to buy it on DVD. It comes out in DVD in like a month, and watch it again and get through it again and see what I like and what I didn't like, and maybe something will change. But that leads us into what I feel like is the best movie of the year.
Oh, Ready Player One?
Fuck Ready Player One. Are you kidding me?
No, it's amazing.
It was okay. It was good. I wouldn't watch it again. You went to the theaters like fucking 6 times.
Because it was that good.
It was not that good. It was okay. Like, I liked all the cameos, but that's all it was.
No,
like
there
one
was
big cameo.
No.
Like, you had fucking Mecha Godzilla and Kong and...
It relates with... You can't see this world going to hell like that world.
Well, yeah. The story was cool. I'm not saying I didn't like it.
So, what would be your only source of escape?
VR would be perfect. I'm just saying that's not my favorite. Where you thought it was like great.
It is the best movie so far this year.
No fucking way.
It's closely followed by what we're about to talk about.
No way.
Yes.
No, not even close. Not even close. We're going to have to disagree on this one. Okay. I give Ready Player One a 3 out of 5. It's very watchable. I'd probably watch it again on free TV or like DVD or something, or Netflix. But like to go play theater money for that like multiple times, I couldn't do it.
Really?
No.
I already know
I could do
so
that
many people who's already pre-ordered the DVD.
Well, maybe.
As soon as the pre-orders came out.
I get that. Pre-orders are easy to do, though. You know what I mean? So some of those pre-orders are people that wanted to see it that haven't seen it, right? And then some of those pre-orders are obviously people that really enjoyed it, right?
Like me.
And then some of those pre-orders are just people that want the pre-order bonus.
There's no pre-order bonus for this.
Well, that's gay. So anyway, that's not Ready Player One.
You're talking about...
Not Rampage.
Really? Well, Rampage was pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm just kidding.
I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to see it. Deadpool 2, people. Deadpool 2, greatest movie of the year. It completely delivered on all platforms. It upped itself from the first one, which I knew was going to happen because it had no budget the first time. And it kept getting its no budget cut and cut and cut again. And they put out one of the best movies of last year. Or 2 years ago. What was it? Came out...
16.
Yeah, it came out in February that year. So, it was great, right? That first one was so good. We went to theaters and everything was great. And then the second one, I felt like just delivered on all aspects. The beginning, right?
Dude, okay, hold on.
I love the beginning when he's sitting there. He's just smoking a cigarette, and then he got the "I'm all out of love," right? You got Air Supply or whatever fucking playing in the background, and he spit and the Logan figure like with Logan stabbed through the heart, right? Like spinning around, and I was like, okay, this is already the best thing ever, right? And then he blows up and he's like, like fuck you, Wolverine, Anyway, that's just not the best, right? But when you get to the part with him and his girl, right? Vanessa. Nikki calls her the thing from Firefly, Amora. She calls her that all the time. So anyway, I get it confused. But when they're in the room, right? And the bad guys come in and he just like stops and he could hear them immediately. I was like, oh fuck. Like right away, like this is about, because nobody comes to his house. You know what I mean? Like out of all these things that he's done to people, nobody comes to his home. Right? So I thought Anara. Yeah. Anara was her name. So anyway, nobody comes to her home, right? Uh-huh. And he kicks all their asses, right? And they're done. And he's just like, see, and I didn't even, fuck up the fork. And that's when the gun goes off, right? He, gets him with the fork, but too late with the bullet, right? And his wife...
No, he didn't get him. It went into the wood panel beside him, and it wasn't a fork.
It was a knife.
It was a butter knife.
A butter knife, yeah. He killed the guy, though, right?
Or the butter spreader.
Yeah, the butter spreader, that's what it was. He did kill the guy, though.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. He kind of danced with them, and both got hit by a
truck.
truck.
That's the one that left. Yeah, that's why he jumped out the window after him. You're right. So anyway, right when you see his face, when he looks up and you can just see he's gone, right?
Yeah, he's devastated.
He's gone, and he jumps out the fucking window, and he's barefooting it down the road as fast as he can go, and the rain's coming down. It's just visually stunning, right? And he fucking boom, jumps through the goddamn car, right? That was cool. And then when he hugs the guy and then jumps in front of the bus with him was nuts, right? And I'm thinking, and then you get Celine Dion singing the opening song, which is a beautiful fucking song, by the way. That was probably one of the best openings I've seen in a long time. And at first I was worried because now it's all kind of downtrodden, right? And I'm going, dude, don't tell me we're going to go a different route with this. And it's not going to be funny Deadpool, right? You already sewed his fucking mouth shut once. Don't fuck this up, right? So, and then they didn't, right? It kept going on. It just...
Because they let Ryan direct the movie.
Yeah. So, and he did, and it was great, right? I mean, obviously the Peter, right, was funny as fuck. Just all together, I give Deadpool a 17.5 stars out of 5. It was brilliant. It was beautifully shot. It was beautifully written. It was just everything put together. It was the hype train behind it was amazing. I mean, you go to Walmart and every DVD cover had Deadpool on it. You pick up Sleepless in Seattle, there's fucking Deadpool sticking his head out from, you buy Office Space, there's Deadpool sticking his head out from behind the logo. It's just, you know how much money Fox decided to drop in this movie finally? Not just the movie, because obviously they had a pretty good budget, right? But, the marketing budget they gave it. Before, last time, it was a few little snippets of Ryan and being Deadpool. You know what I mean? Which were funny, right? They were great.
They were great.
But there was no hype to it. They put the fucking hype train to this. And it paid off. It paid off. It knocked Avengers right off the fucking platform.
So you honestly feel that it was better than the first one?
Better than the first one by far.
Okay. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
My fiance did not.
Really?
She was
Go wake her up.
She was like, it was really, really good, but the first one was still better.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I really enjoyed the first one. I did, but that second one, Nikki Paget will agree with me. That was a great show. That was a great movie.
Yeah, considering she couldn't breathe when she was laughing, from what I heard.
Yeah, she was laughing really hard in a lot of scenes. Yeah, yeah, and we have the kids and stuff, so we don't get out very often. It was just a good time to get out and see a movie. And
I was a dick. I put up some. Spoilers.
Yeah, you got Hidden off of my wall, son, right away.
That's okay. Hidden won't stop me from tagging you. You'll still see it.
No, nope, not if I don't follow you.
Yeah, if you are my friend,
I'm telling you, I'd have found your gun and shot you with it.
It's right over there.
You would have been shot with your own weapon. They would have staged it as a suicide. It would have been, you'd have been over. Nikki says she loved it. Laughed so hard my stomach hurt. It was a lot better than the first. Told you, it was great shit.
No, I believe it because I felt the same way.
Now, what about this weekend? Are you going to the movies?
I don't know.
You going to go see Han Solo?
No.
Getting from what I've been told, right? Because the critics smashed it, but I don't give a fuck what a critic says, all right? But the critics smashed it. My friends, right? My real Star Wars friends. Most of them liked it. They said it was a lot better than they thought it was going to be. And that one fan said that he thought the screen was really dark for most of the movie, and you couldn't really make out what was going on screen. Now, if that's the case, that sucks. Because no matter, Like, I'm paying to watch a movie, not a goddamn bootleg, right? Which you would feel like that's what that looks like. You know? If I can't see what's going on the screen, what's the point of me being there? In your movie. That's just like our show, right? You're just listening to the audio. Might as well have made the damn thing a podcast if you're going to do that. I don't want to hate on it yet without seeing it, because I haven't seen it. But that's what I'm hearing right now, is that's went down. So, I don't know. We'll see.
No, dude.
I'm waiting for DVD.
I've never been a Han Solo fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Star Wars.
Yeah, he wasn't my guy.
Well, yeah, mine either.
I was always a Luke guy.
I know he was a big part to it.
Well, I would like to see, like, Lando, like, because Childish Gambino is playing Lando, right? Danny Glover's boy. But, like, I don't know. Other than that, I don't think there's any... And Chewie, but how can you fuck up Chewbacca? Right? And now they have announced we're actually getting a Boba Fett film. That's going to be the next standalone. So, but didn't we really get Boba Fett's story already?
What I'd like them to release, like, the origins of how the Jedis and Siths came to be.
Like the very first Jedis?
Yeah.
That would be cool. That'd be cool, like some kind of Jedi Academy movie. You know?
Not even so
Not
much
like
an
the
academy.
Yeah. That was a teeny bopper book series, but...
No, more so how they ended up discovering the Force. You know, the two sides to the Force, and you know which ones believed what. There's the Sith Kree, and then there's the Jedi Kree.
Yeah. Why do they split?
Yeah,
that'd be cool. We always say, you know, to give us a Vader movie, but like, why do you need a Vader movie? Because that's
this would be before Vader.
Well, I know that, but like, that's episode 1, 2, and 3. That was your Vader movie. You know what I mean? We only watched episode 1, 2, and 3 because we fucking knew Anakin and we eventually became Vader. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do origin wise? You've already done it. You're going to do his birth until they found him? Like, that's like what they found him when he was like 4. So like, come on now, right? I don't know. You know, not Marvel, but Disney, who owns Marvel also. They're going to ride this thing into the ground. They paid out the ass for Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Out the ass for it.
And do you notice the Star Wars still has Lucasfilm's logo?
Yeah, but I think that was part of it. That was part of the deal.
Yeah.
Like they bought all the stuff, so... But yeah, so that's the weekend, man. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some other movies that I could care a fuck about. I mean, it's summer. What else do we have coming out? It's supposed to... There's something coming out later that I want to go to. Oh, I want to go to that new Melissa McCartney film with the fucking puppets.
The puppets?
Yeah, they're like puppets. Like she's like a cop or something.
I don't know.
They're puppets, dude. That's
Never heard of it.
Yeah, you know Melissa McCarthy, right?
No. Wait. Yeah. She plays in the movie Tammy, right?
Yeah.
And, what was the other one? Mike and Molly.
Yep. That and, can't remember what all the other shit was. The Happy Time Murders is what it's called. It's going to be rated R, so it just looks funny as shit to me. I can't. It looked good, you know, obviously deprived, drug-snorting puppets. Like, it's like Sesame Street on fucking Molly, right? So...
On Molly. I see what you did there. Mike and Molly.
So that's pretty much fucking it, dude. Like, I don't know what's all, like... I'll Google this here real quick. Go summer... Oh, no. Don't be freezing on me. There you go. Summer blockbusters. We'll see what's all... Oh, yeah, Incredibles 2. I'm dumb. That's coming out.
Yeah,
I'm ready for that.
Coming.
I'm ready for Incredibles 2. I just need a list of it, dude. Don't, like... Let me giving me all this bullshit. What is going on with you, stupid thing? The one thing about the internet that sucks.
No, it ain't the internet. That's your computer.
No, I know. It's my computer junk. Oh... It's all just pictures. There's a bunch of kind of shit coming out. Just shit.
Adrift?
They got that skyscraper coming out. That's that new one with the Rock, because the fucking Rock is in everything. Jurassic World 2. That's going to be good. Hopefully, right? Life of the Party, speaking of Melissa McCarthy, that's her new one. Ant-Man and Wasp come out this summer. That's going to be fun. If you liked the first Ant-Man, I thought that was really good.
Thought the Wasp was done.
No, that's the new going to be... Well, the Wasp was her mom. And then she's going to be the Wasp now, the daughter.
Ah.
Yeah. And Hereditary, that's that new scary movie coming out. Other than that, there's really nothing, dude. Equalizer 2, but I don't know when that's supposed to come out. Maybe the end of summer. Maybe it already did. I didn't watch the first one, but if you're a Denzel Washington fan, you know what I mean? That's Ocean's 8. I don't know. It's about all chicks. I don't. You know what I mean? It's just really, if you really look at the blockbusters, you had Infinity Wars, right? Which your big one. Jurassic World, which people are looking forward to. Incredibles 2, which people are looking forward to. And Deadpool and Solo. There's really 5 of them that were really kind of must see.
Ready Player One.
Well, Ready Player One's not technically a summer blockbuster. It was first. It was released before the summer.
True. But it's a fucking 2018 blockbuster for sure.
Yeah. But there we are, right? We're about an hour and 15 minutes into the show, right? We went live on Facebook. That was very successful. I'm glad for that. The show will be up on Twitch within the next few hours. I don't know. Maybe I might go live tomorrow with it, to be honest. And then we'll see about the post. Just follow the Facebook page. Get back on the Facebook page. I know we ain't been around, right? Stuff happens because fucking life happens. Oh, Nikki forgot about the Winnie the Pooh movies coming out. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh. Don't add me.
Yeah.
It's Christopher Robin. Don't add me.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be real good.
No, motherfucker, it's not.
That's going to be great. And then... like I said, life fucking happens, right? Shit happens. I'm working, you're working. Life happens. We haven't been able to do the show very much. And who knows if the show is going to be regular again. But, follow the Facebook page. There's always going to be something on there. We're going to have some new video content coming soon. That's going to be fun to do.
I'd like for it to be regular.
I would like it to be regular too, but like you said, who knows how work goes. Right?
Life. Yeah, life often takes the shit on us.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? So we'll come back as many times as we can, as many times as there's really shit to say, right? And
what about our weekly thing that we usually do? Let's rip on some Raw real quick.
Well, I don't watch WWE.
Are you serious?
Dude, I haven't watched WWE since the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Whoa.
Been almost 2 months now.
I haven't watched since WrestleMania at your place.
Yeah. And the reason why, I'm just not digging the storylines going on. And WWE. Just not digging it, dude. I'm not digging this Samoa Joe fucking Roman Reigns bullshit that happened at Backlash. I'm not...
I hear that was a hug fest.
We got Money in the Bank coming up, which is usually one of my favorite pay-per-views.
Mine too.
But
because it's unpredictable.
Yeah, I'll probably watch Money in the Bank, even though I haven't watched any of the lead up to it. But
wait, who's gonna be in it?
Like I said, I haven't watched it.
Because at WrestleMania,
I the women's and the men's again.
I told you guys every single outcome of the matches for WrestleMania. Yeah. I told you all the behind the matches, such as Nakamura going rogue and just healing it up. And I was right, wasn't I?
You were right. But like I said, we'll make it as even as we can, right? I mean, we'll make it there, dude. We'll get there. We'll get there on the same page. Shit'll happen. We're getting more and more equipment. We got different kinds of software, right? We're slowly but surely building an empire, right? So eventually we'll be able to do it from, like, if I'm even on the road, I'll do it from my hotel room to you on your couch. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to work eventually. We're still noobs to the game, really. I mean, it's been a year or so, over a year of doing, shows, but, we were doing them the same way, and now we're trying some new stuff.
Got Fruity Loops.
Yeah, got the Fruity Loops, and We're not recording on Fruity Loops right now, though, because I'm dumb and I couldn't figure it out. But we're because I was going to go live on Twitch.
Maybe I might make a new beat for it.
Live on YouTube. Fuck, I'm going to live on everything eventually. So, but to everybody, like to Cameron and Nikki and Jason and Eric, right? Everybody that like logged in and listened to the show today live with us, that was great. Thank you so much. The questions were fun. That was a good add-on to the show. Hopefully you guys come back on our next live show. That'll be a lot of fun. Maybe bring your friends, share it on your page, get people listening. So, but as for Fontana, I think I'm out. What about you, Sid? How you feeling?
I know that we ended up getting a message that we can't talk about, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good.
So I'm gonna say, remember to geek up your life. Peace, love. You got anything you want to tell them?
See you in the next, motherfuckers.
Adios.